in this task, I'm going to show you how to use your microbits to send messages between devices. So this task is going to require 2 players. So each student is going to need a microbit. So let's get started. I've got 2 versions of MakeCode. So over on the left-hand side, I've got student A with a microbit, and over on the right-hand side, I've got student B that also is going to code their own microbit. So if I start with 2 blank canvases, the first block that I'm going to need is a radio block, and we're going to set the radio block on both devices to the same radio group. Now, in class, you're going to want to choose a different radio group to other teams. So if I were you guys, I would pick a random number, and with a bit of luck, another team will have not chosen that radio group. If you're having problems, it may be that you need to change your radio group. So when they start up, they'll be on radio group 24. And then what we're going to do is we are going to use an input block and use a button press to send a message. Both devices can use this. And then on the first device, I'm going to send a string. Now, a string is text. You don't have to send a string, but I'd say to get messages across, this is probably the best way. So I'm going to say hello. So when I press the button hello, it's going to send a message out on radio frequency 24. Likewise, I can do the same over here. I can send a string, and I might say, how are you? Okay, so both devices therefore can send a message, but we haven't programmed the device to be able to receive a message. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the on radio received string block, and we are going to, can't do that, and on both devices we're going to drag that block in. So what do we want to do when we receive the string? Well, we want to output something, and we want to output the string that has been received by our device. So we can use this show string block, and rather than say hello, we'll replace that with the received string. Likewise, on here, we will do the same. So what does this mean? Well, I could change this to anything. So I could go Saints, and I love coding. Now, when I press A on this device, the second device will receive a message saying Saints, whereas if I send a message on this device by pressing A, this device will say I love coding. So I can't unfortunately show you in the virtual microbit, but that's how you can send messages between devices. This is going to be really important later on in the unit, because we'll be using similar concepts to create remote controls for your McQueen robots. So give it a go, test it, send these programs to your microbits, and see how you go.